Hello and welcome to this itch.io roundup video. I'm going to be showing you 5 really cool games that I've discovered on itch.io this week. Usually it makes sense to make a theme for these videos, but this week there is no theme to these games. These are just 5 totally random cool games that I've discovered, and I'm going to share them with you right now. First up is the absolutely delightful Geographical Adventures. I was really taken by this. It's a game where you fly around a miniature version of the world and deliver packages to various projects. Now this is very much a work in progress. At the moment there is literally just you flying around dropping packages off. There's no point to the game. But let me tell you, as you can see, it looks absolutely wonderful. It really tests your knowledge of the planet that we live on. You think you know where countries are and you're pretty sure you could point to them on a map. But you try flying a plane and dropping a parcel off there and you'll realise that your knowledge is actually not quite as good as you thought. It's a great way of learning the planet that we live on. It's a great way to just chill out and relax. And for me, I think it would be actually a really fun game to play as a streamer, to play with an audience. So I really hope that the developer builds this game out a little bit more because it does need some more features. But for a starter project, I think this is wonderful and it's very, very satisfying when you get a perfect drop. Oh my god, that is hard to do. So if you've played this game, please let me know if you've managed to get a perfect drop, because I will be very impressed. As you can see in the video here, I did manage to get one. So my knowledge of the Baltic states is clearly better than my knowledge of Ireland, apparently. But who knew? You've got some basic controls. You can fly, WASD, fly around. Q means you can change the camera angle so you can get a nice accurate parcel drop. And you have shift to speed up the plane a little bit to get across some of those seas. Got a day-night cycle, as you can see here, which makes the place look completely different. And it's just a really pleasant game. And I'm really looking forward to see where this goes. You can pick Geographical Adventures up on itch.io, surprise, surprise, and it is available for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. And it will cost you the grand total of name your own price. Wonderful, absolutely fantastic. So check it out. All the links to these games will be in the description below. Next up is sizeable. I've covered sizeable on the channel before, mainly in one of my live virtual indie booth streams that we did. Now this is a short, relaxing, casual puzzle exploration game, all about shrinking and growing your environment. It's a very clever game. You can sit back, you can explore, you can play with stuff. It encourages you to experiment with the little world around you, raising the sea levels and growing trees and making the sun come up so things appear differently. Really, really clever. I think you're really going to love this. So in the description on itch.io, it says, what if you were given the power to shrink the moon, or maybe the sun, or maybe every house, tree or planet? In sizeable, you receive the power to do exactly that. Use your resizing powers to manipulate the objects around you, shrink the moon and lower the tide, or resize a cloud to make it super windy. So you have 34 of these crazy unique levels to explore and puzzle your way through. You can pick up the game. It's $9.99. Absolute bargain. It's available on Windows and on Mac. And there is a demo available right now. Next up on our list is alphazoo. Now this is a really clever game if you have kids. So alphazoo is a cozy typing game for parents to play with their young children. Build a zoo, ride the rides, eat and shop, explore and play together. So the idea of this game is to walk around the zoo that you build, and it prompts you to type in the words to make things happen in the game. So if you want to feed the chickens, then it will pop up on the screen, feed chickens, and the child that you're playing with, or yourself, you might like to do this too, just types in feed on the keyboard when it prompts them on the screen. So they're learning how to spell really early on, but there is a reason to the spelling. There is an action to what they're learning, which makes it a lot more fun to play. and it looks really cute and nice, so I think kids are going to absolutely love this. There's lots for the kids to do, whether it's making the animals poop, you can change the colour of the train and the Ferris wheel, you can buy things in the gift shop and do all sorts of stuff in this game. It's really jam-packed, lots of words to learn, and I just think this is a really clever way of getting kids to interact with computers and also learn spelling, which is vital, of course. Now, I'm going to assume that this is the American spelling of the words, so do bear that in mind if you are UK based. You know, words like colour are spelt, I don't say wrong, they're spelt differently because it's the American version, so you do have to keep that in mind. A language pack would be super useful in the future. Whether they could do that, I don't know, for all different languages. I suppose it depends on the success of the project, so check it out and let me know what you think. You can pick it up for the measly sum of $5 right now, and it's available for Windows, macOS and Linux. Now, while we're on the subject of word games, how about a word game for the adults? This is Quick Words. This is a chilled out word game with smooth lo-fi music and smoother gameplay. Every round you'll be guessing 5 different 5-letter words. Words are solved by deducting what letters are in the word. For instance, if a letter is red, then that letter is not in the word. If it's yellow, then the letter is in the word, but in a different spot. And if it's green, perfect. That letter is in the correct position. And the same goes for blue. If you're stuck on one word, you can solve a different board to gain a hint. This is another really nice, relaxing game if you just want to sit at your PC and test your brain, work your brain for a little while. So maybe a nice game to play with a cup of coffee in the morning and just test out your vocabulary. You can pick this up for Windows and it costs you $4.99. Now, so far, the 4 games that you've seen have been quite chilled out and relaxed. So let's throw a bit of action into this with Marshmallow Panic. Now, this is a very simple game, but very addictive. So the point of Marshmallow Panic is to just springboard your marshmallow up the levels onto the blocks. Totally as simple as that. And the way you win is just getting the highest score you possibly can. And you think you will only play this for 2 minutes and that'll do you. But this is very addictive to try and beat your high score. As you can see, you just pull down on the mouse, release, and that springs your marshmallow up, and you have to judge where it's going to land on that one block that you have to land on. It looks easy. Oh my god, it's not easy. My highest score is 10, so if you manage to do better than 10, please let me know in the comments below. But this is really, really cool, and you can play this in the browser on itch.io as it's an HTML5 game. Totally free to play. Load up the page in the link below, hit run game, and you can play it directly without downloading anything. Simple as that. So, let me know your highest score. I challenge you to beat 10. And it's just a great example of simple gameplay mechanics that just still have that really appealing gameplay. There isn't much information on the page on itch.io right now. It just literally says, here's the game, play it. So hopefully this keeps getting developed because I think this is great. And they are your 5 itch.io games that I think you should check out right now. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this list, then please like the video and subscribe for some more content. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.